It's finally the race, and it's dry. Thank God. Not gonna be a delay. Max is starting in 6th. My prediction is he'll be in the lead by lap 7. But should be interesting to see how that start goes. And then once he's in the lead, we can focus on the back. It's looking like McLaren might be the second best, fastest car again, except for they set up their car for more rainy conditions because they went for higher downforce. So I don't know if they're going to be able to hang on to their positions if cars behind them are faster in the straights. So we'll see what happens there. Ferrari look decent, but they always look decent after qualifying and then fall back in the race. So we'll see with them as well. And then Mercedes put new upgrades on, so who knows. As annoying as it is that Max wins every race, the battle for P2 down has been very interesting this year. So hoping that continues in Belgium. I was so surprised at how well Pierre did yesterday and how he was able to hang on ahead of Lewis and Checo. So apparently they set up their car for fast straight line speed. So I don't know, maybe they could play in the mix as well. Of course, this comes after they have completely gutted their entire management team. There's something with the culture of Alpine that just seems so unserious. And I think they have finally realized this. But they keep making these management changes and nothing changes. So, I don't know. Obviously, Daniel figured that out after a year and was like, yeah, no, this was not the place. So bummed Daniel's starting in 19th. I don't know how much he's going to be able to do from there. But you never know. Could have an opportune safety car or something. Williams as well. Really sucks that it was wet conditions in qualifying because they weren't able to get that far up. So we'll see how they do too with their straight line speed, if they can pass a lot of people. Oh yeah, I guess Alpine were really good here last year too. Esteban was making a ton of really fun passes. So I'm expecting good things from them this race after 2 back-to-back double DNFs. Oof. I was hoping Logan could get his first points, but from 18th, that's going to be tough. Charles, adding to his very depressing pole win ratio. He's never going to be able to recover that, honestly. He has way too many poles. But I think it just shows that he's such a better driver than the car that he has. I've got my Ferrari shirt on. This is going to be the test on whether it is good luck or bad luck. Because I wore it on race day when I was in Canada. In Canada, I'm always in Canada. When I was in Montreal, and they did really good. And then I think I wore it Silverstone, and it was bad luck for them there. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, soft, medium, medium, or medium hard. That's interesting because I was watching the F1 TV pre-show and they were saying to stop using only softs and mediums was the preferred strategy and that no one was going to use hards. Most people are on soft. Who's on medium? Piastri, Norris, Russell, Alonso, Stroll, Tsunoda are all on mediums. So maybe they're either doing the one stop or saving the softs for the end. I don't know. It's all going to be on turn 1 here with what's going to happen. It's lights out and away we go.
In there comes Lewis Hamilton, lock up there from Carlos Sainz. He's going to tangle on the inside with Oscar Piastri.
Max is going very wide to stay out of the way of everyone.
But has Piastri been compromised? I think he has.
Uh-oh. Oh no, Piastri got damaged for sure.
He's got a broken front wing, but it looks like it's much more severe than
Oh no. Out, and there goes Perez past Charles. Saw that coming. Oh wow, Max is already into 4th.
Yeah, I think Oscar Piastri hit the wall on the inside of the first corner as well.
And all the medium tires kind of drop back a bit. Sainz has got damage as well. Did Ricciardo have an issue too? He's way behind too. Wait, Albon's in 10th already. Oh my god. Holy crap. He made up 5 spots already. Oh. Look at how much speed he has. Oh my god. The Tsunoda's in 8th. Who fell back? Russell fell back?
Piastri, who stopped on track just past the Fagnes.
Oh, he couldn't get around. Oh, that's gonna hurt Perez. Oh, poor Piastri. Okay, let's see what happened to him.
There's the lock up from Sainz. Did he hit the wall, Oscar Piastri? He did, didn't he?
Carlos kind of squeezed him into it, though. Wow, that was quick. If Hulkenberg started from the pit lane, how did he get both Magnussen and Ricciardo? That is very weird. Wow, Spa's a short race. It's only 44 laps. No further investigation for lap 1, turn 1. Interesting.
Verstappen's not exactly breezed past Hamilton, has he?
I think it's because they all have DRS. I wonder if Charles is backing Max up so that Seb keeps his record.
That's the damage.
Oh,
the car science has got
dear.
very reminiscent to yesterday and Sergio Perez.
Oh, wow, Stroll.
Did he catch Lando Norris napping a little bit?
Albon's already in 8th. How far up can Albon finish? This is going to be insane. I was worried that he wasn't going to finish 5th because that was my prediction. And, like, it's looking like he might. They are looking so strong. Sargent's in 13th. Oh, Yuki got past Science. Science, he's got to box and retire. Like, he's just falling back. He's never going to be able to make it up. He may as well just, yeah, unfortunately.
Up into 8th place. More impressive work by Alex Albon.
They must be so thankful it's a dry race. Ooh, Lando's fallen back. I think it's that setup they did. Look at Albon go.
McLaren are ready to bring Lando in. These tyres just haven't worked. What a horrible opening stint from Lando Norris.
I think they're trying to get him into free air. Same with Ricardo and Magnussen. Sorry, they were... Oh dear. Oh no, here we go. Perez hasn't really zoomed off from Leclerc though. Oh jeez. Well, it's lap 6 and he hasn't gotten to first yet, so it's better than I was expecting. AlphaTauri must have had a faster pit stop than the Haas, because Daniel came out ahead of K-Mag. Or is he back behind him now? Oh, he's back behind him now. Oh dear. Haas must have good straight line speed or something. That was pretty good pit stop from Ocon. Norris and Magnussen got past Ocon though. That's not good. Undercut's strong. Oh, Sargent is next on sides. Oh, Logan's gonna get into the points here. This is crazy. There goes Sargent. Wow. Carlos should just retire. This is bad. Is he coming in? Yeah, he's retiring now. Nope. Okay. All right, Ferrari, you do your own thing. Oh no, Albon had a slow stop. Okay, Albon just needs to get ahead of K-Mag here, and then he has a ton of free air.
So potential rain on the radar, 20 minutes away. Not very strong though, nothing like yesterday.
Well,
Interesting. I'm surprised that Max hasn't been able to get past Leclerc yet. Is he gonna get him here? Oh, not quite. Oh, maybe. Oh, dang. That was crazy. Sargent's pitting. Albon has to get past K-Mag here. Nice. Okay, now he's got a ton of free air. Let's see how fast this William can go. That was a pretty good pit stop. He's probably hoping to still come out ahead of Albon, but I think Albon got him. I think Albon might get him, though his tires are cold. We'll see. They're not showing him at all, though. Ooh, Daniel passing Lando. What is happening? Yeah, the McLarens did not do the setup properly. It worked for them yesterday, but not today at all. Maybe they put on too much downforce and it's just killing their tires. I wonder if that's what's happening. Yuki's managed to stay pretty close to the Williams, though. Whoa, Yuki got Albon back. Huh. Williams looked really quick on the softs, but the mediums, they haven't looked as strong. Sargent's at the back. I feel like some of them are just going to keep swapping back and forth because the straight line speed is so powerful along the Kemmel Straight. It's looking kind of dark. I don't know, maybe it will rain. Are they going to purposefully do a slow stop here?
It's not the quickest pit stop.
Max wants the record of the most consecutive victories. He says he doesn't, but he wants it. And his is 2.5, so a little bit slower than usual for them, but bummed for Williams. They have not made any progress since pitting. Although not many people ahead of him have pitted yet, so we'll see. Stroll hasn't pit, and neither has Russell. Gasly hasn't either. So I think Albon will gain those positions once they pit, I think. Albon's really falling away from Tsunoda now. That's interesting. Oh, here we go. Perez is Verstappen's right on the back of Paris. Here he goes. He's gonna get him here for sure. With DRS and the slipstream. Yep. Oh, I'm actually surprised the AlphaTauri has been good. Sonoda is doing great. Ricardo's in 13th. You know, I really wish I could have started watching this sport and become a Max fan. It just didn't happen. But my life would be so much more enjoyable if it did. I can't. My heart decides who I cheer for, not my head. And my heart loves an Australian and a little Monegasque who has the worst luck in the world.
Now Lando is coming in for another pit stop. This is badly timed.
McLaren's having a complete meltdown. Oh dear.
Alpine team have been outscored 58-0 at the last 2 Grand Prix by McLaren.
Might go the other way this race. Yuki got Stroll. Yeah, his tires are gone. Daniel's on the back of Magnussen right now. It's raining quite a lot from Verstappen. People are in 55, 56 now. Uh-oh.
Aston Martin are coming out with...
Soft tires. I don't know.
That's a
Uh-oh.
slow stop
Oh
with the
dear.
right rear for Lance Stroll, who slides his way out. Like Verstappen, for instance, for a bit longer. That was
Oh.
a big snap.
It's not really getting any rainier.
Here comes Valtteri Bottas on Daniel
Oh,
Ricciardo.
dear. Ricardo pit pretty early, so I think his mediums are probably falling off now. He might have to pit soon too. Whoa, Lando. Wow. I think they set up too high a downforce. And so it's good in these wet conditions because it gives him more grip, but it was bad in the dry because it's just killing his tires. George is pitting. Is he going for inters or new softs? New softs. We'll see if that's a good call or not. Come on, Yuki. There we goes.
He's reveling in these conditions.
Yeah. Surprising. Verstappen's doing 155, so it's still not quite inters. Lando's all of a sudden zooming up the order. Oh, Daniel pit again for new mediums.
There is blue sky appearing now where we're stood on this main
Very light
straights.
rainfall.
Threat of heavy rain seems to have dissipated.
Albon's in the pits, so is Gasly now, finally. Wow, Gasly managed to go as long on one set of softs as Albon on 2 sets. He's doing a one-stop on mediums, I guess. We have learned... Oh, there's Carlos, finally retiring. We've heard nothing from Charles, though, which I think honestly is a good thing.
But only on lap 25, I wonder if some of these might have to do a 3-stopper.
Well, Lando already will have to, for sure. I don't know why McLaren decided to go high downforce, because I guess for Sector 2, but it's just like, this is a track where you need straight line speed. I don't understand why they did that. Daniel's not having that good of a time. Oh, I guess Hulk's on softs, though. Okay, Lewis is pitting now. Probably going to mediums. Oh, softs. Oh, Charles is pitting. Is he doing softs or mediums? They managed to take those softs fairly long at the start, so let's see. Softs, yeah. Leclerc's gonna get past Sainz after this race if it stays like this. Oh, the Alpines just swapped. I guess they're giving Ocon the benefit of the softer tires. Norris has somehow managed to keep these softs going for a while. Well, Albon's in a Alpine sandwich.
Going to be last lap Gasly because he's only stopped once, and he's saying for the final stint, which is going to be shorter than others who around him who have already stopped twice, he wants the soft tyre to attack.
Why would he need to pit again? Why doesn't he just take them to the end? I feel like he could.
Use a lot of a tyre on an outlet, Max. I'm sure that was sensible.
Did Max Verstappen come out on the soft compound tyre and think, might fancy going for a fastest lap here? Nico Hulkenberg's got it at the moment.
Oh, good one, Hulk. Yep, fastest lap.
But Albon will have the inside line through the first part of Stavlo. Gasly's trying to go around the outside.
Dang. Williams hasn't looked quite as strong. They were so fast on those softs at the start, but...
There's Alex Albon. Look at that rocket ship go. It's launch up time. And lift off for Albon.
Oh, not quite.
Brilliant precision driving from both drivers.
I love overtakes through S sections and then the switchback overtakes. Those are my favorite kinds. DS ones are boring. Max is boring. He just waits for the DRS zone and then passes them there. Which is the safer way to do it. And I mean, if your car is that fast, like, you don't want to do anything risky. Is Leclerc gaining on Perez? 3/10 on him the last lap.
Had reasonable dag in the first stint. I'd ask you to use your head a bit more.
Is Albon going into sauce? Or is he... What's going on? What is Albon doing? The start of this race was really great. It's really settled down here. Sargent's pitting too. Oh, man. I think Williams have the opposite problem where they didn't do enough downforce. So I think they're killing their tires in Sector 2 because they're sliding around so much from, like, not having the grip aerodynamically. So that's relying on the grip of the tire. So they've had to do 3 stops, which, oof, disappointing for them. Lewis is still lapping slower than Leclerc, though. Norris is still lapping faster than Stroll somehow. Well, I guess Stroll only pitted a couple laps after Lando did to the softs, so...
So 13th and 14th for the Haas. At least they're in competition with other cars today.
Wonder if they figured something out there, because they've been a little bit better with it. Tsunoda has quite a tire advantage on Stroll.
Esteban Ocon dives down the inside. Whoa! Now that was impressive from Esteban Ocon.
Esty. The thing I'll say about Yuki, he is a very, very good driver wheel to wheel. Like, I don't remember the last time Yuki crashed in a battle with someone. Usually his crashes are him being dumb and going too fast on cold tires. Or, like, just being a little bit too aggressive, like, on his own. But, like, wheel to wheel, he is very, very good. The last time might have been Silverstone last year with Pierre when he took his own teammate out. Joe gonna get Daniel here, maybe? Joe's on the softs. I think the soft has been the best tire, somehow. It's lasting longer than the other ones. I wonder if it's because it's so grippy that it doesn't slide as much or something. Oh, and Albon's right on you. Oh, he'll get Daniel for sure. Oh dear. Rough race for Daniel. Driver of the day. As much as I would love Leclerc or Tsunoda to win it, I think sometimes you do need to give it to Max, because if you look back on the season, I think he's maybe only won it like once. And for a guy that's won like all but 2 of the races this year, I feel like he should probably win it a bit more than that. I think it was a mistake to put Daniel on the mediums. They should have put him on the softs for his second stint. Yeah, Daniel couldn't get past K-Mag, but Joe has much easier time with it. Stroll's tires are super old. Ocon could probably get Norris by the end here. Ocon's doing 151s, Lando's doing 152s. Tsunoda might be able to get Stroll at the end here. We'll see. He has better tires, and he is gaining on him a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, Daniel got Hulkenberg. Those softs must be going off for them. Yeah, he's had those softs for a while.
Lewis Hamilton is going for the last lap. Hamilton.
On mediums. Don't know if mediums were the call, though. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. An 8 straight for Max. Jesus. Okay, Lewis went green. First sector.
Max Verstappen takes the checkered flag, wins the Belgian Grand Prix, and it's a hat-trick of wins in the country
He didn't actually lap anyone. Oh, Lewis went purple middle sector, so he'll probably get this point. Good job, Charles. We heard nothing from you the all race, and that is a good thing for Ferrari. If you hear nothing, that means there's no problems. Fastest lap. Okay. Oh, good one, Yuki. Get a point. That's good. Tsunoda finished 10th today. Daniel finished 10th yesterday. So, I think they're pretty even. I think Daniel just struggled from where he was because he was so far back at the start. First half of that race was really good. Didn't really love the second half. Oh, that's our last F1 for a month.
Fastest lap of the race goes to Lewis Hamilton, who's now a point behind Fernando Alonso.
Oh, wow. No, he's sitting in the right chair for once.
That was that when it was raining.
Well, so far verdict is this is good luck. Charles managed to stay third. Which is about as good as he could have done. And now I'm just hoping that every other team except for Red Bull can find a second over this winter summer break. Yeah, Max went second faster than Perez on the last lap. Well, 3 seconds faster than Leclerc, although Leclerc was fuel saving. And the rest of the field mainly like 1 or 2 seconds faster. So it's just the thing that teams need to figure out is tire deg. Because it seems like at the start of the stint, they're able to keep up with Red Bull quite well. Like you saw Max, it took him a while to get past Charles and Checo. Or no, who was he stuck behind? He was behind Lewis. It took him a while to get behind in front of Lewis and Leclerc. So it was around like the lap 6-7 mark where they started to suffer from deg. And that was when he was able to get past. So I think that is the thing that all the teams need to solve, is why does Red Bull have such low deg? Because it's the end of the stints where they are so good versus the start where every team is still fairly even. I still think it has to do with suspension. Because I think if you're sucking the floor down, I would imagine it would pull the tires down too. So if you can somehow like pull the floor down by like keeping the tires lifted, I don't know. There's something going on there. Good for Red Bull for doing that. They're just so powerful. And like if you think about it, I think they've always probably had the best car aerodynamically. It was just during the Mercedes dominance years, Mercedes engine was just so much better that you couldn't really compare the aerodynamics, which is why I'm interested to see what happens in the next round of engine upgrades, because that is going to be the differentiating factor. And so I think that's where Aston Martin and Mercedes might have an advantage there, because Honda and Mercedes have very, very good engines. Red Bull by then is going to have completely shifted over to their new Ford partnership and building them themselves. And so if they don't have the full experience with it, they're going to drop back. And I think that's why they are already being vocal about the new regulations and being worried about it. Because I think they might see that coming, that, oh, we might struggle after this engine change again. And then Renault has never really nailed an engine rig change. And they're still lagging behind other teams in terms of engine performance. Ferrari are kind of hit and miss with it. So, I don't know. I really don't know. And then a team like McLaren being an engine partner instead of an engine manufacturer, having a partnership with an engine manufacturer, that's going to put him at a disadvantage. Oh, man, and then he can win his 9th straight in Zandvoort. Oh, and tie Seb's record. Max doesn't have to worry about Lando breaking the trophy this week. Oh, is that their head mechanic that they got in there? That's nice. All right, let's see here. Max, Sergio, Charles. You got Lewis, then Fernando, George, Lando, Esty Bestie, Lance, then Yuki, with Lewis with the fastest lap. Max finished 32 seconds ahead of Charles. So they still have, that's still about a second a lap. Well, maybe not that much, like 7/10 a lap. Pierre, Valtteri, Joe, Albon, Magnussen, Daniel, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Sainz, Piastri. Curious to hear from Daniel what the issue was, why he couldn't really. I think he just got stuck in too many DRS trains, and maybe that. Although Yuki was able to do a lot with it, so I don't know. Maybe he was stuck. McLaren is gaining on the top 4. Ferrari is only 5 back of Aston Martin now. AlphaTauri has 3 points now. Alright, I guess I'll end it there. First half of that race I really enjoyed. There was a lot of passing. And Albon was a rocket ship. He went all the way from what, like, I think he started 15th and it was at 7th or 8th at some point before he pitted the first time. So, I don't know. I feel like Williams made some strategy errors there. Maybe they should have stayed on the softs longer, because then they had to pit again at the end, and that was why they finished so far down. but I guess maybe they just really teared up their tires. Lando was looking horrendous at the start and then managed to pull the softs for like half the race. Apparently, I guess they said steering issue was a problem, but yeah, McLaren weren't nearly as good here as I think we were expecting, which I think is because it's a straight line focused track and they still don't quite have that area figured out, because I think Silverstone doesn't have that many straights, but it's a high downforce track because of all the high speed corners, and then Hungary only has the one straight, and so they were fine there too, but Spa is all straights, so I think they still have struggles with the straight line speed and the slow corners. But then sector 2 they were really good because it's all high speed corners, so that's still their best area. So I think Zandvoort is another track with not very much straights, but it has a lot of, I don't know what speed those corners are because they're all banked, which makes it interesting. But yeah, so who knows? Although I feel like they weren't very good there last year, so we'll see. Red Bull or rocket ships, Max won. It took him longer to get into the lead than I was expecting though, because it took him until after the first set of pit stops for him to get Perez. Mercedes were just kind of their usual selves. I think Russell seemed to struggle a little bit more there than Lewis did. Charles, very solid race. We don't think we heard a radio. I think maybe we heard one radio message from him the whole race, which is a good thing because I get anxiety every time I see his radio message screen pop up. But yeah, they didn't manage to screw up during the wet weather area. They had consistent pace, had to do a bit of fuel saving at the end, but didn't do anything rash. So proud of them for that. Who else do I need to talk about? Aston Martin were better this race than they have been the last few, so that's good to see. Although Stroll was dropping like a rock at the end there, but I think it was because he was on old tires. Yuki was really good, so that was good to see. Daniel struggled a lot more. Yeah, not sure. Williams, I'm a bit disappointed about. I think I mentioned this already. And Haas and Alfa Romeo are just NPCs. Sorry, but they are. AlphaTauri was an NPC, but then Daniel joined them, and now they're more interesting to talk about. So, yeah. So there's like 6 teams that are interesting to talk about, and then 4 that aren't. I don't know. I'm hoping that teams discover something over the summer break, although I know that they're required, I think, to take at least 2 weeks of it off. So yeah, we'll see everybody back for Zandvoort in a month's time. And I'm very glad about that because I have to focus on my accounting certification stuff for the next little bit. But I will try to release some videos doing like mid-season review. So I was gonna get out these spa videos, and then I'll do a driver review for the season so far. And then there's one video that I've been thinking about doing for a while that I'm still working on, and it might be a good time of the year to post about it because I feel like the big conversations that are going to be coming up are driver market and cost cap from 2022. Those are the big things coming up, so I'll have to like make some stuff about that. Anyways, have a good summer break. And yeah, see you all in a month's time for Zandvoort.